New picture, bandit 190, 20 Manny.
Take that wing, Mongo, not spread. Start a wing. Get on the wing.
Bandit 240, 14, hot. Hot on the aircraft 235, 30 from Manny. 3 or 4 at you, bandit is.
I was at about 29 or 30,000 feet, going about 0.9 Mach. We were about 35 miles south of the target at this point. We were going after an Iraqi airfield called H3, and it was very heavily defended. There were 6 SA-6s, there were SA-2s, SA-3s. There had been a report that a Kuwaiti Hawk had been moved over there. It was the first daytime strike of the war. And I was a low looker. I wasn't looking at co-altitude or high, so I was looking low. And then so when I get this call of 400, that bandit's on your nose at 15, I immediately went into a quick lock acquisition mode of the Hornet radar and got a radar lock on a supersonic Iraqi MiG-21. He was pointing right at me, so it was basically nose to nose, beak to beak. And by the time I got the lock, 400, that bandit's on your nose at 15. By the time I got the lock, we're at 9 miles. He's right at me. So we're closing at about Mach 1.3. Trying to stay ahead of the airplane. The bandit call from the E2 was key. He's a known bad guy. And if you do in combat what you do in training, and inside 10 miles, heat, Sidewinder. So I kept trying to get a tone on this guy with my Sidewinder, looking down the radar line of sight. I got a tone, I got a shoot light, and I took a shot. I'd fired 2 or 3 Sidewinders in previous air wings and squadron experience, but they'd always left a big plume of white smoke. And this time when I fired the Sidewinder, it came off the rail and it just disappeared. I was, I guess, aware of the fact that we might have smokeless motors, but I wasn't prepared for the missile to disappear. And then I glanced at the range, and it was excessive. It was about 6.5 miles for that kind of Sidewinder in those days. And I thought, well, it is the first day of hunting season. I probably may have a little buck fever here. So I selected a Sparrow and fired a 4.2 mile Sparrow shot. Well, as soon as the Sparrow left the rail, the Sidewinder hit him, and then the Sparrow hit him. So as he was decelerating, the Sidewinder did the job. The Sparrow continued to do the job. So he was decelerating and descending as he went under me. We had about 1,000-foot pass. I rocked up on my left wing and looked down at him as we passed by. On my left side, Nick Mongello had shot the wingman. Then we got another lock on another group of airplanes that were high and slow, just over the target at H3. And so that was another moment. We didn't have any confirmation of who they were. We ultimately dropped those guys and wound up rolling in and dropping our dumb bombs, Mark 84s, on the Iraqi target. And then we hustled out of there.